Hi folks, right, back to knife painting. I'll do one for you and I'll do one for Patreon. 10 by 8 inch MDF panel, thin, 2mm thick, rubbed down, sanded and coated with some PVA undiluted glue. And it gives you a good surface. If you're interested in taking up knife painting, it's an ideal surface. It's cheap, it's really good, durable, tough as old boots, the thin stuff. The thicker one, the 3mm one, which I'm using for the larger ones. But I'm doing small, one because it's good practice for me, and secondly, I've got room to show a palette of them with the MDF again. Very useful, and you can back your watercolours with it as well if you want to make your own frames like I used to. So we've got some cadmium yellow, yellow ochre, ultramarine, some some red ochre and some Payne's grey. I hope it's not drying in. No, that's all right. And I've got this whacking great roll of paper. Look at that. It's probably the sort of stuff that's on a roller, a kitchen towel or something like that. You need a lot of that to write for knives. I'm going to draw something here. I'm going to do a coastal one. Let's try this. Now, more sky than anything, I think. And on here, I'm sort of thinking of Brittany, which I did yesterday. One of my favourite painters is George Laporte. He's probably dead now. It's probably about 10 years since we went there. We used to tow a trailer, a camping trailer, trailer tent, folding camper. Really nice. Miss it a lot. But we sold it when I was of an advanced age. It was getting too difficult to put up. But we towed it down to Karnak a couple of times. Very lovely. Right on the edge of that, it's a fantastic megalithic site with hundreds of menhirs sticking up. And along the coast towards Quiberon and at Quiberon, it's a peninsula. It sticks out from the South Brittany coast, and it is so gorgeous. And I discovered an artist, George Laporte, a studio. Now I'm going to put in a sort of a cottage that I did yesterday. So let's have just my stocking. My stock in trade house. And I'll try and do that with a knife. And just have it barren. I won't put it. I might not. I don't think I'll put any trees on it. Some rocky bits there. That's the horizon. Let's lift that up a bit. That's it. Okay, that's as simple as you need to do for a drawing. Also, I mean, somebody was asking me, they want to take up knife painting. All my paints are student quality. They are good, and they're Winsor & Newton. Apart from the red ochre, which is another manufacturer, Sinelia, Etude. So we've got cadmium yellow, pale, yellow ochre, ultramarine. I think I've gone through this. Well, there they are. Just 5 colours. And if you want to add other colours, you can. But it's best if you're starting out not to buy loads of colours. I've seen would-be artists with great big paint boxes with every colour known to man. And it just leads to confusion. To use this pink or that flesh tone or and the little sable brushes I'm using. Not necessary. The one thing you will need is a large tube of white, and I buy 200ml tubes of that, and an ultramarine. They're my sort of basic colours, and they're fairly £9 for a tube of that, probably a bit more, but they last for ages, of course. And the bigger the tube, the cheaper it is. But these colours, you probably about 37ml tubes, or what are these? 37ml, 1.25 US fluid ounces, quite a good size. But if you're going to do a lot of this, get the large tubes if you can afford it. But the MDF is very cheap. My daughter-in-law buys this for me. She lives near Wessex Frames. It used to be Origin. They used to be local to me, but they've moved to Leatherhead now. But my daughter-in-law goes and picks them up. It's very cheap. For 25 quid, you get about 7 or 8 big sheets of the stuff, and it's used as backing for photographs. It's terrific stuff. So you cut it. Be careful how you cut it. Cut it with a craft knife and a straight edge. Paint for your frames. If you've got frames of certain size, cut your boards to that size. Don't do a bigger one, then cut the painting down to fit the frame. Not good practice. So here we are. Lovely Saturday morning. Spring is in the air. My barbecue is calling me. Right, so I'm going to put in some sort of sky. So I'm going to use a bit of Payne's grey. I haven't got a lot of mixing space here, as you can see. But it doesn't matter. It's okay. Just get your paint nicely mixed. You don't want it streaky. And then just start working away. I sand it with a bit of rough sand. It's very hard, this MDF. The 2mm. I sanded it down with very rough belt sanding paper, the yellow stuff. You buy a packet of it or a roll of it for about, well, not very much. And I've got a sanding block, and then I vacuum clean it, get all the dust out of the way. So I'll mix up some more of that. But maybe not. Let's do it. I like Payne's grey. It's a very good mixer with that cadmium yellow, and it goes very well with the blue. Now I'm experienced in doing this, so I can mix the colour up again. And when you put the primer on it, a bit of PVA glue, and it dries, you get this lovely tooth. It's very fine tooth. The paint doesn't slide all over the place as it would if you didn't prime it. Okay, that'll do for that. Clean the knife, clean the sensor there. I will put in some touch of yellow ochre or a touch of red, bit of white, bit of ochre. Bit too much colour in there. get some belt of clouds. My camera, this is my newish phone. It was only 8 months old when I bought it from somebody who got an upgrade. It's a Samsung Galaxy S8. It's a very good phone, but it tends, if I get too close with the camera, it tends to pick out the blues. You might have noticed. So I'm going to experiment with that a bit. Let's just vary them a little bit. Possibly just a little bit more of that mix again. Just vary that a little bit. It's quite a bit of sky. Oops, take those off. But if you've got any questions about this, you just message me. Some said person put an unlike on the sea picture I did yesterday. I thought, crumbs. It's a free video for God's sake. So if you don't like my work, you don't like it, but I don't know why you watch. I'm not too bothered as to whether I actually fill every hole in the paper, leave a little bit of the background showing through. Alright, let's get a sort of a sky sort of colour, cloud colour, or sort of a green. Going to have to mix up a little of this, I think. So a bit of yellow ochre and a bit of that Payne's grey, quite a bit of that Payne's grey. You never stop learning with painting. Some more, a bit more dark in that. I'm trying to vary the colours. Try to put more clouds in this bit here. You've got to be careful coming down to that. So my building, my cottage. Oh, we're going back to the lighter area now, over here. Messy old business. Oh, I've still done my tea. Hope you're staying safe, folks. I got told off badly by my daughter yesterday because I went out on my bike to a very well known locally hardware store shop. Got everything. A wonderful place. It's called Melvin Clark at Carshalton, near where we live. But the shop was shut, but they were serving at the side, a small side entrance, more or less in the open air. So you didn't have to go close to anybody. Well, there weren't many people there anyway. But just a steady stream of people keeping 2 metres away or between each other. I just wanted to buy a couple of rolls of masking tape, which I did. No. You get through loads of this. It's inch wide, super stuff. And of course they had it. So a bit more cloud in here. I'm working around this house. I want a dark sea. Keep that thin there. Now these fishermen's cottages in Brittany, I mean they're very old, are painted, whitewashed. They're a little bit darker in there. Count of change. Now with use these knives get very, very sharp, so you have to be aware of that. Let's get that. Now I'm just reminding myself that that I've got one side higher than the other, so we'll alter that. Now I'm pacing very thinly around the house. Right, we'll have a little bit of a these cottages, for my memory, don't seem to be very large. I mean, they are cottages. Okay, that's not too bad. Tear off some more. Finish my tea. Let's just put a little bit of this, bit of white in. Just merge that bit. Right, now we've got quite a bit in that sky now. Let's just lighten that up a bit there. Okay, let's get into that. So I think what I'll do, I'll use a little brush. I'll use this little brush. Nothing wrong with that, is there? So we'll have a bit of ultramarine in there. We've all got sort of slate roofs. I'm going to add white to those. Try to get your your roof lines parallel. I'll have now we'll have a square edge. Okay, that's not bad. That's quite good. I'll just there around that corner. I'll just put some lighter stuff in, and we'll put in a couple of windows. Give me a black door. Ooh, I quite need to put that in watercolour water. Okay, well we're going to let that go, I think. Must remember to clean that brush. That's one of my watercolour brushes. Cold tea. Right, now we're going to have some fun with the with the landscape now. So we'll have a greeny colour. Mix a bit of cad yellow with that. I'll do that C in a minute. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to put some light on here, just catch it. Now, I think that needs a darker green there. Right, let's get a sea colour. I'm going to use grey, Payne's grey. Touch of blue in there. Bit too blue. Right, now we'll get some yellow. Coming into the shore, we want a sandy colour. Let's just smooth that out a little bit. More, it's all merged. Okay, that's alright, that's coming on. Alright, let's get some of this green. Just try to vary the greens. That's a nice green. This yellow oak, the red ochre is very strong. Now this undercliffs here. If you want your paints to dry quicker, you need to use one with an alkyd resin in like titanium white griffin. We haven't got a lot of contrast there, so we'll just I'll do. Use quite a bit of this ochre in with the Payne's grey. Do some light bits. Catching a bit of light. Okay, let's go around and do some of this water now. Let's clean this off. Pour out another bit of, squeeze out a bit, shall I say? A bit of this. 39 minutes, 40 minutes. We've got, 40, we've got another 20 minutes to go, yeah? Before the camera starts another video, which I don't want it to do, because then I have to edit it and it takes time, too much time. Right, penny in place. Still want this grey colour for the sea. A a little glue in there. Great. Oh, I should rub my hands on my penny. Put a cloth on it. Over. Okay, so we can put some light back in this for the waves. Just trying to save paint here. Okay. Right, now we'll use this white. Not being a sea dog, but being sort of landlocked, I have to sort of create an impression of what I think a wave should be. Or there's nothing to stop you using reference material. Right, I need to get some dark, shadowy stuff in the base there. Oh, that's about the best I can do with that, I think. Right, okay, I think, well, that's a bit of Brittany. Right, I'll put that in a frame and we'll have a look and see what it's like. Take this off, because I'm going to give this a bit of a clean up and I'm going to do another one. We'll have another cup of tea. God, it's 11:15 already. How time flies when you're enjoying yourself. You get carried away with these things. You just got, I get lost. I start a sentence and I forget what I was going to say. One advantage of taping the panel to the board is that I've got a dry bit around the edge that won't stick on the frame. Well, although I've got some some veneer pins banged into the back of the frame to keep the painting off of it. Right, so where are we? The two I did yesterday. It's good that we have this fabulous interest, as we're all supposed to be self-isolating. Right, just two little pins just to hold it firm, so that doesn't drop out of the frame. And one there. Okay. Oh, there's another nice little picture. I'll probably fall down, but just hold it there for you to have a look at. Well, I hope you like that one. These are great fun to do. It's not like painting, it's more like modelling, or as I always often say, it's like pointing up crazy paving. It's just nice to do. It can be a bit messy, of course, but there we are. So one of my friends on YouTube mentioned that the light on my right was casting a shadow. There's not much I can do about that. It's a 4 by 3 foot window, probably 5 foot, but 4 foot window. It's a big window. It's a big vela, one of those roof windows that you pull down and it swivels. It's a lovely, lovely window, but it does cast a shadow, and I can't do anything about that because I've got two even bigger windows on my left in the roof space, in the actual roof, the shape of the roof, the pitch of the roof. And I've got most of this large room here, but one corner, as you know, is for ironing and airing clothes. It's very useful. But I've got a large area, but I'm just running out of space. So many paintings up here. So start buying, folks, on Etsy. Help me out. Right, I'll go and get this uploaded. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.